Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's me, Johnny, and welcome back. If you can hear the AC in the background, I'm sorry. The time has come again where it's getting too hot and the AC has to be running. But we have rewards, my friends. Yes, we have done somewhat okay. A tier 5 super rare, a tier 4 rare, and the E threshold. This might be the first time in a very, very long time I've got myself the E threshold in rare. Let me know in the comments down below how many of you guys do actually play the cap 240 rare. How successful are you in there? I would love to know. Or even any other division, like the scarcity, I should say. Limited, rare, super rare, let me know. But guys, it was an interesting game week to say the least. Let me showcase you the lineups. This one won me another reward. We have the Liverpool boys once again coming up clutch with not necessarily the best numbers. It was all on the new Liverpool boy. Yes, I'm saying it. McAllister is going to join Liverpool, and I cannot wait for him to have these scores. He is going to be part of my Liverpool stack in the next season, and I think he's going to be great. Musiala in a 3-1 loss against Leipzig. No one expected that. He still picked up 49 points for me, which is obviously great. And that resulted in 356 points in total, which is good enough to get your rewards in rare. And I gotta say, I can easily put lineups in All-Star Rare each week where I could be reaching 350 plus. I don't know why I haven't focused on it much more, because it seems very easy. I mean, I don't want to say very easy. That sounds a bit like, ooh, my gallery is so sick, it's easy. That's not what I'm trying to say here, but I feel like I do have the capacity of predicting the 350 type score for certain lineups, and I can put them into All-Star Rare if I need to. But then again, I like pairing some of these players up with super rares to play pro. So a lot of times the All-Star Rare division becomes one where I don't really focus on it too much. But it's a tier 4 rare that we're going to be getting ourselves. One of the higher ranked ones, or is it? Oh, actually, it's one of the lower ranked ones. I missed out on tier 5 rare. That's fine. I'm glad that happened. All-Star Rare Pro didn't go too well. Tadic hit a 60 without a decisive gift, scored another goal. No surprise there. The kid is just on fire. Hill, disappointment, sadly got injured after a couple of minutes in, I believe. 35 minutes in, he got injured against Philadelphia, and then his team got destroyed as well anyways. And then Barisic got ourselves a 58.1, resulting in 75.5 in terms of his super rare, which is something I love being able to rely on. I looked into his historic scores against this team, and he always has done well, so I kind of went away from the predictions or whatever type of tools you can use, and I did my research myself and looked into it, and against this opponent he's done really well so far. I think this is actually his lowest score he's had against this team, which is still a great score. Yeah, All-Star Rare Pro, quite disappointed with Eibar. They just don't seem to be able to hold a clean sheet at all lately, but that's fine because they are going into the playoffs. So there is something very good about this. It's going to give me extra utility with a couple of weeks coming up. So I absolutely love that. Love the fact that Eibar has sucked. Cap 220 Super Rare is the other one where I once again have been able to grab myself a reward with a 4-player lineup. Last time we did this, we have won ourselves a Benkovic, who has come in clutch a couple of times for me to be able to put lineups in due to his low L15. So I'm very happy that we are in there again with the lowest ranked tier 5 super rare. I think this is the second time I actually finish in this position. Let's see if we get lucky again and get someone who's somewhat young and gets playtime. I don't know if we can actually make that happen, but we'll see. It's fun to see that it's happened once again with a 4-man lineup. It's, I guess, sad to see that I missed out on these amazing scores, especially for Getson and Hilgers, that I missed out on those scores in All-Star Rare Pro or Under 23 Rare Pro. Definitely something I'm going to be working towards in the future, but I'm very happy that this throwaway lineup has done so well for me. Cap 240 rare, this is the one that's going to get us the threshold. Taremi smacked it up. Again, another lineup with no goalkeeper. L15 of 0, Noput, who could actually be back to play in the playoffs for Heerenveen, which sounds amazing. You guys have told me about it in the Discord. Once again, this Discord is absolutely amazing. You guys are the best, man. It's so active. I love it. But going back in there, Bakasetas has come back. No decisive, 61 points. Cherki played an unbelievable game and had one of the craziest moments and sadly couldn't score off of it. but then he picked up a goal himself, which still was great. And then Taremi with a 100 score, he was on fire. I mean, I love the fact that I have the Sunrise Edition, which gives him extra bonus, I believe. And then we have the Cap 270 Super Rare team, in which Brat has finally returned in goal. Very happy to see that. The time for Nadal playing and getting his goodbye tour, basically, at Oviedo seems to be over, which is lovely. But sadly, the score from Brat and Florentin have been wasted. Despite having 3 absolute stinkers of scores in there, we somehow still managed to hit over the Cap 270 score, which is 279. That's what we got. And I'm actually quite impressed to see that, considering 3 players had terrible games. And under 23 Rare Pro was a big letdown. I didn't really get some great scores in there. I expected a lot more. But yeah, man, Porto and clean sheets seem to be a struggle right now. They definitely need to bring in new defenders. But let's dive in and see what we get. I need these coins because that takes me over 10,000. And 10,000 coins gets you a, what's it called? I believe the mystery jerseys, right? That's what Sorare is implementing right now. A new announcement has come out. If you guys haven't seen it, what the hell is that at my feet? Okay, all good. But yeah, like they have said that the first round of jerseys are going to be mystery jerseys, and it's only going to take 10,000 points. Now, as much as I say, oh, this takes me over 10,000, I'm not going to go ahead and get myself a mystery jersey. I'll be honest with you guys. If I want to buy a jersey or have a jersey, I'm just going to buy it. Like, I'm not going to waste my Sorare coins on it. I'm just going to go ahead and utilize it on upgrading my players, taking them up in levels. That's more important to me. That's more fun to me. But obviously, for a lot of people out there, the mystery jersey aspect is something amazing. So hopefully, you guys are going to enjoy that. And then let's kick off with the ETH. Oh, yes. I remember the days when you got the ETH for just hitting over 250 points in All-Star Rare. Man, we should have had... I should have focused on that so much more back in the day. I mean, we didn't know what we had before it's gone. But let's get the Tier 4 Rare first. Let's see. What is it? Come on now. Who are you, my friend? Japan. Defender. Vissel Kobe. Hey, if it's someone that plays, this is good. Yuki Honda, number 7. Okay, not a jersey minute or anything like that. That is going to be huge, by the way. Pay attention, guys. If you win cards, look at the mint number. Like if it's a number 1, that's great. If it's a shirt number, that's even better. Not even better, but it's also nice to have. So pay attention to that. Yuki Honda. Oh, this is a man that plays. Okay, he does play. Sometimes plays terrible. Oh, he scored an own goal there. I see. So he might not play the next game. But it does get some decent scores at times. I mean, if we take away the bench situation, I guess that's okay. 30 euros is basically what he's selling for. Could be a good capped option for the summer. Could help me. Ideally, I need different positions, though, for the summer. I think I have a defender. But yeah, that's cool. And now the moment of truth. Let's see what we get. Tier 5 Super Rare. Come on now. What's it? German. Defender. From, oh, what was that? Holstein Kiel? It is Kiel. 31-year-old. Ooh. It's his first mint. Okay, that's cool. Stefan Teska. Stefan Teska. Holstein Kiel. Okay, 32-year-old, actually. I mean, he plays, right? I guess that's good. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. I have no idea. He used to get some decent scores, actually, back in the day. Has been put onto the bench. Where is Kiel finishing this season? Let me just double check. Kiel is in the 10th position. So he's going to be in the second Bundesliga again. So you kind of hope that some of these players that they have... Oh, sorry. Wrong button. You kind of hope that some of these younger players that they have might have to move away so that he plays more. So you have Eras here, who hasn't played much in the last L5. Timo Becker has played, but he's also not great. I mean, there's no one really amazing in this defense. I guess he's one of the older players that just kind of does well there when needed. But apart from that, I am not necessarily impressed with this one. It's all right, I guess. He's expected to play, so that's a good thing. How many games does he have left? Oh, just one more. So I can use him in the next game week, I guess. Which, all right. Could be okay for, like, I don't know, for cap divisions. But, man, his rare is going for 9 euros. I'm just going to pop this guy onto the market and see if anyone wants it because it's, like, a shirt mint or something like that. Does Kiel have any, like, impressive players that people would like to get the XP for? They do have Sander. He's all right. They do have Skripski, who at times was good, I remember. Oh, Reese. Okay. So they do have Reese, who was someone that a lot of people used. Finn Battle still plays football. Oh, my God. But yeah, I mean, it's not great, is it? It's definitely one of the worst super rare reward I've had so far, I will have to admit. But then again, it was the worst position, so what else am I expecting here? Nothing special. It's good that it's a first mint, though, so I'm pretty happy with that. I gotta show you guys something else, though. I have gone ahead and got myself a Jimenez, but I also got myself Verbruggen and Diaye. Let me show you in my gallery here. Concept collections. Yeah, there we go. So collections, I already have 2% bonus for Anderlecht with just 2 players. I love that. And that is because I got myself the Bad Verbruggen first mint. Yes, that is a card that could be very valuable moving forward. A lot of people might be interested in this one, especially when they can easily boost Anderlecht players because a lot of them are very low on value. So getting a player like this is kind of nice. I really like having this one first mint. I swapped out my Osako for it because honestly, guys, I don't play on the 23 in the summer. I'm not going to do it. Initially, I planned on doing it, but then I kind of realized, you know what? I need to focus on where I'm strong, and that is the European season. I need to focus on my gallery and make the right moves for it right now to be prepared when the European season comes back, because all we know right now is that Sorare is really wanting to push big time going into the next European season. They are coming out with a fiat wallet. They have been talking about this all the time. Niklas is basically, every time he's talking about something in the future, he's always saying European season, European season. So I don't expect much to happen on Sorare throughout the summer period. Yes, you can play MLS, Asia, and all those things, but the K-League is kind of dead. The scores are not necessarily working too well. J-League, I don't know. I've kind of lost interest in watching games over there for now because I obviously don't have any cards. And MLS is fun, but the games are like super late for me, so I can't watch them. So I just want to focus on what I have already, which is a very good contingent of players from Europe. So I am building into that. And by building into that, I've got myself Bad Verbruggen. I also got myself Ndiaye. I don't know if I showed you guys in one of the videos in the past. If I have, I'm sorry. But I want to show you that he just doesn't pop up on Sorare data. For whatever reason, he does not pop up, which I find really interesting, which I guess is a good thing that I got lucky to be able to get this guy into my team without anyone realizing. But if we could please go to the roster here and then find him. There he is. So this guy, L5, 58, L15, 57. This guy's only 20 years old, under 23 until 2026. I got his first mint, which I'm very happy about. I assume someone else won him. No, no one won him yet. That is quite interesting. But you guys can see that this is a very capable player. Partner him up with Verbruggen next season. Every time they get a clean sheet, this guy could be rocking some good numbers. Extremely excited that I have him in my club. And the good thing is, he is a former Barca Academy talent. So that tells me a lot. I watched a couple of games back from this kid, and I was like, wow, he looks very impressive. So yeah, I fully kind of expect him to play in that left back position next season, or like left wing back, or whatever formation they want to play at Anderlecht. And if they can keep a hold of Verbruggen, good for them. But even if they can't, due to having 2 players from the same club, first mint, same season, it will give me 2% even if Verbruggen moves somewhere else and is expected to play anywhere else. He still gets that boost for me, which is lovely. And I already have this card at like 7.5%. I will try to push that up to like 9% by the time the new season comes around. So when the bonus gets taken away, it drops down to like 4. And then due to the 2% plus, he goes back up to like 6 for me, which is obviously something great. And then of course, how can I not talk about this one? Santiago Jimenez. Guys, I have got myself a dream super rare forward. I'm so excited that I have this guy in my club, especially because I've grown to love Feyenoord in this past season, or in the last 2 seasons, I should say, due to Kökçü, Sinisterra, and now I have their striker. And honestly, this kid is so good. I expect him to stay for another season. Because he has only, I think he's only really started since like halfway through the season. If we go down here, you can see a lot of substitution appearances, right? Yeah, there we go. So Danilo was dominating for a little while, and then he slowly crept in and he has taken over his position, and I fully expect him to play the entire time next season. Let me just see, though. Danilo Feyenoord, isn't he like a loaned in player? Isn't he from Ajax? And he's like loaned in. Please tell me he's going back. Oh, it was a full-on transfer. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I kind of hope that Danilo pisses off so that Santiago Jimenez can go ahead and have all that playtime for himself. I mean, based on recent form, obviously he should. Last game, though, he came off and Danilo scored 2 goals, which is not necessarily ideal. But then again, I am extremely convinced by his talents, and I got him in for, I believe it was 1 ETH. Yeah, wasn't it? What was the... Yeah, it was 1 ETH, exactly. So I'm very happy to have this card in my gallery right now. And I got to tell you guys, I am looking towards possibly going for an under 23 goalkeeper. Like, let me just tell you guys why I believe I want to do that. So when it comes to under 23 right now, and we go just super rare, right? Obviously, I don't have a goalkeeper. But defender-wise, Guardiola is someone I can rely on next season. Hilgers is possibly going to get a good move as well. I mean, Ajax is apparently really interested in him, have been interested in him for quite a while. I think even Feyenoord was in talks at one point, but Ajax is the main one. If he goes over there, man, this is going to be such an amazing card to have. Barisic is great, no matter what. I really like him. And Formose, I am 100% convinced that this guy is going to continue being an absolute monster. I cannot believe that I have a super rare in my club that gets scores like these. Like, I'm so happy about this card. I hope he gets a great move. I hope he gets to pair up with Diouf. But I have at least 2 really good super rare defender options here. And Sanuc, when he was playing for Beşiktaş, certain times with certain matchups, this guy could be very good. And those were kind of predictable. So I really like Sanuc as well. But obviously, he's going to come back from a long-term injury. We're going to see what happens there. Midfielders, again... when it comes to under 23, Getson is going to age out. Florentin is going to age out. But then again, Marcelinho Nunes could be playing a lot more next season for Norwich, which is apparently something that might happen. And that's why he got so much playtime towards the end of the season. Love that. Because at certain points, he was really amazing. He had great AA and decisive capabilities. So I hope he comes back to play. But obviously, we have Lavia, who's a massive talent. Andre Almeida, who got an amazing score against Real Madrid. I think it was 60, considering he was playing against Real. Then again, what happened in that game was a disgrace with Vinicius Jr. and stuff. I really feel bad that happened to him. But yeah, Sven Mynans is a beast. He is so freaking reliable. And yeah, I like him a lot in that AZ setup next season, especially if Carlson leaves. He has already been taking set pieces at times, so I really hope he gets a lot more of those. And then forwards, Balikwisha and Santiago Jimenez, both really good options in my opinion. So I'm right now sat there thinking, I want to get myself an under 23 super rare goalkeeper again, because I feel so much more confident in the way my super rares are set up. And going into the next season, only if, there is a good opportunity for me to pick up a under 23 super rare goalkeeper that I actually want, not someone that just fits my budget and he's kind of all right. I'm going to go ahead and get myself an under 23 super rare goalkeeper. But then again, we'll have to wait and see, because then I think if I take some of these guys away from like my pro lineups, it could kind of hurt me. So I need to really seriously think about this, because when we look at my super rare options from non-under 23, we will have Brat, Zidane. We will have, obviously, Dźwigala, but it depends on if he gets playtime next season. I really hope he does. That's what you guys have been kind of telling me. We will have him. Then we will also have Figal. Then again, not too impressive of a player. Curbelo, if he plays, he's great. But lately, he has not been playing. And Las Palmas could get promoted, so he could be an absolute dead card. Other than that, we honestly don't really have many great players. Like, when it comes to non-under 23, we do not have great super rares in defense. That's maybe something that I really need to look into. That's something I just realized. Then midfielders, we will have Getson, Florentin. I think these guys are going to be great. And Alex Garcia is a monster. So midfielders, I think we're going to be fine. In terms of forwards, Cenk is a beast. Preciado is really good as well. So I think I'm okay there. But if I take away some of my best under 23 players from my pro lineups, I think it's going to hurt me. And going into super rare, I feel like I need more good super rares to be able to, put out a super rare lineup in under 23 and have good lineups in pro divisions. And that's something I will have to think about for sure. I don't want to go ahead and like make a wrong decision, but if there is an opportunity that presents itself for an under 23 super rare goalkeeper that I actually want to have that is within my budget, I'm fine with it. If it isn't, that's fine too. And I'll just focus on what I can really go ahead and make stronger. So right now, I have about 1.4 ETH on the gallery to be able to spend. And that gives you a really good chance to, make a couple of moves that could really, really impact my gallery in an amazing way. Because if we look into the rares, I think I'm really well set up when it comes to goalkeepers. Noppert is going to be back again next season. He is a beast. And then we have Verbruggen. If he stays at Anderlecht, great, amazing. If he doesn't stay at Anderlecht and goes somewhere else, I fully expect this kid to play. His underlying stats are way too good. He's a very good playing goalkeeper. I think a lot of teams in world football are looking for exactly that. Costa is obviously a beast. Could go to Manchester United, which I honestly wouldn't mind. Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world, so I'm very happy to have him. Then again, I probably would ideally add at least one more good goalkeeper in here, like someone that I can genuinely rely on, and there aren't many out there. Mike Maignan would be a beast to have. I would be fully for having a Maignan in my team. Going back from that, though, defenders-wise, Grimaldo going to Leverkusen, great. I think he's going to do really well there. I think we can still expect lots of games from Grimaldo where he gets good scores because he's in a similar setup where he will have a target man type striker with Patrick Schick coming back. Grimaldo playing on that left wing back position. Frimpong probably will leave. So the game that Leverkusen had on that right side with Frimpong and Diaby, I personally can see it happening on the left-hand side with Grimaldo and passively Adli or Wirtz, whoever plays in that left wing position. And I think Grimaldo can do really well in a setup like that, especially under Xabi Alonso. I think Alonso will give him a lot of responsibilities. I'm very happy that Alonso picked him up. Formose, again, I think wherever he goes, he's going to do well. Van Dijk next season, Liverpool is going to do really well, I think. He's already been doing well in these past few games, winning me rewards consistently, showcasing his true value in my gallery. De Ligt with Bayern, 100% is going to be better. He has an L15 of 60 right now, but I think next season Bayern, specifically defensively, is going to be much better. And Diaye I'm happy with. Balde is a future prospect who's already showing great numbers for Barcelona. And then I think we probably, these guys, I mean, Angulo, I'm probably going to sell him on. But Matip and Williams obviously are only here to boost up my Liverpool collection. I'll try and add a Trent in there if I can, but he's way too overpriced right now. In midfield, I think I will have to add a couple of midfield options going into the new season. I think this is somewhere... I mean, look, I could get myself an under 23 super rare goalkeeper and like have an actual good lineup that I can put in there for like, I don't know, if we play 30 game weeks in a season, I'll say, being quite honest with like matchups and everything, maybe like 6 to 7 game weeks, I can really hope for something higher up in the ranks, right? Or I can just supplement the good rares that I already have, keep the great super rares that I have, and put them into really good pro divisions and, try and get the best out of those. And I think that's not a bad idea. So I might have to rethink my strategy of wanting to get myself a super rare on the 23 goalkeeper and move that on to sometime in the future, especially after moving to Dubai with like the whole taxes thing and stuff. It's probably going to be much easier for me to just go ahead and invest freely into this type of stuff. So to have even more fun. But yeah, right now I'm looking at this and I'm realizing, okay, McAllister goes to Liverpool. He can be a smasher. Hill is obviously a beast. Jonathan Vieira, if he stays in the second division, great. If he moves up, he's dead. Kirkju, I think no matter where he goes, he's going to perform. I love Kirkju. I think if he goes to a good team and he actually starts, I can personally see, like, I'm not saying Feyenoord is not a good team. I'm just saying, like, it's pretty much expected that he's going to move. And if he does move and it's an actual decent side that he moves into, I can see his lower scores not being as existent anymore. and I can see him have a little bit of more of a balance in his scores, but also keep some of those upsides that he's had at Feyenoord. He is going to stay in my gallery forever. I think he's going to be the only like level 20, the first level 20 player in my gallery, so I cannot move him on. Bakasetas, I think there are a lot of rumors around him. If he stays at Trabzon, cool. If he goes to Wolfsburg, which is kind of rumored, that could kind of suck. So looking at that, he could die. Jonathan Vieira could die in terms of SO5, not in real life. That's not what I mean, obviously. Florentino Luis is being dropped because of Joao Neves' rise, which sucks because he was really reliable. Nakamura has been having horrible scores lately as well. I don't know what it is with him. Maybe he kind of turned off from playing for LASK because there were rumors about him going to Frankfurt. Maybe he's kind of like, you know, in his head, just thinking, I'm kind of done over here. I'm going to move anyway. So let's not, you know, I don't need to push myself too hard right now. And that would be kind of unprofessional. So I don't really like that either way. In terms of forwards, I'm actually pretty happy. I think I have some amazing forwards. Salah, Taremi, if he stays, obviously remains a beast. Tadic still has one more year of a contract at Ajax, and I hope he continues to play there. I don't see Tadic being able to go anywhere else and doing as well. So it probably would be incredibly stupid off of him to go anywhere else, in my opinion. Brunetta is obviously great whenever he's available to be played. Gift is a beast. Cherki is a monster. Musiala is a magician. And Florian Wirtz is the GOAT. So I have some really good forwards. So looking at this, I think one more really good goalkeeper. One more defender, possibly. Not necessarily priority for now. But midfield, I definitely will need to add like a top option in here. And that's something I will have to think about. So yeah, there are a couple of things. I could either go ahead and fix all those issues in the rare situations and actually get myself names that are going to be remaining in their teams, are already playing Champions League, Europa League type football and delivering good numbers. Or I go a bit more risky and go for an under 23 super rare goalkeeper. But then again, if I actually believe the platform is going to get way more successful moving into the future, it probably would be a lot smarter to invest into an under 23 super rare goalkeeper because they are a lot more scarce and people are going to have a much harder time to get them into their gallery, which means their prices could be going up a lot if this whole fiat wallet thing is gonna be good. But the one thing I can say is ever since list or play has been introduced, my gallery value has been very stable, and that is so good for the mind of any Sorare players. I'm really thankful for that. And anytime I win a reward, I've been able to move it on very quickly as well, sell it for actual ETH. So it's all been great. Hopefully the bottom has kind of happened already, and we are all on the move upwards. And I'm not talking about value of your cards, but I'm talking about like the sentiment that exists on the platform. So yeah, if you guys have anything to say, let me know in the comments down below what you think about the situation in the gallery. I'm actually very satisfied with how things are going. We've been able to play in the super rare divisions, especially in the capped modes, and getting myself rewards there. And going into the next season, I'm also very excited to have a lot of the players that were injured back and eligible to play again. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I will catch you on the next one. And yeah, take care. Peace.